Hello, everyone, and welcome to the one-year anniversary special of the Three Not So Wise Men. I'm Austin.
We've never had that problem before.
We've never done that because I usually go in the middle.
Sometimes I go second.
Oh, well. Who are you two?
Huh?
Who are you two?
Oh, I'm Krais.
I'm Jack. We're off to a great start, y'all.
Yeah, but that's pretty fitting for the one-year anniversary, considering that we've done 10 episodes of Face Off, 1 movie review, and 25 episodes of our mainline series.
Oh, God. Yeah, goodness, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's really impressive, guys. We did all that in 1 year, not including launching the YouTube channel and doing a couple shorts for that, actually.
Yeah. I think we've done 2 shorts so far as of recording.
2 shorts, 2 videos, I believe.
2 videos, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's been a wild ride.
Oh, yeah.
A lot has changed over the year.
It really has.
Oh,
We've moved locations. The editing isn't absolutely horrible. The audio setup has some thought taken into it. I've listened back to the first episode recently. Goodness, it was bad.
Yeah. It was a rough start, but I think we finally found our groove. And also, we're becoming a little bit more consistent with our time frames, being roughly like 45 minutes to an hour, 10 hour, 15.
Yeah.
So that sure beats our first 2 episodes where the second one almost reached 2 hours.
Yeah, goodness.
But that was a long one to begin with. That one was probably going to be a long one anyways.
Yeah, I think the created DC Cinematic Universe is the one that made me hand over the main editing title to Austin because it was so much.
But yeah, it's been a wild ride. It's been fun too.
Yeah.
So, just a little overview of what we got for you guys today is we're going to do a little reflection over this past year, kind of similar to what we did for a New Year's special, but we're only going to give our favorite stuff. So we'll talk about our favorite episodes and our favorite pitches. And then from there, we got a little game that we're going to play called Who Said It? We'll go into some details about that. Mm-hmm. And then from there, to fully celebrate an anniversary, and wouldn't it be a Three Not So Wise Men special if we didn't do a pitch and spin the wheel?
Yep.
And we have a special wheel for that, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So, before we get started, do you guys have anything else to add?
monkeys.
Monkeys, that's a very perfect term to describe the show. A bunch of monkeys.
Actually,
in a wheel.
I remember when we were first starting out, I was trying to make a bunch of profile pics for us.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of monkeys in one of the early drafts.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Weren't we going to do the see no evil, hears no evil, speaks no evil monkey thing?
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
That was my idea, and I thought it was funny.
I think
it was funny. It wasn't going to look good in execution.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked for the full logo. We'll probably do.
We might toy around with something with that in the future, but it was a good idea. I definitely remember that one.
Yeah.
So,
see, my memory's pretty good.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Krais,
better than mine.
Krais, quick question. When's my birthday?
It's November.
That's what I thought. So, with that,
when's mine? You better know this.
I was just looking at it. It's April 2nd?
Nope. Our anniversary is my birthday. That's just how it ended up going out.
When's mine?
I don't know.
When's mine?
August 20th?
Damn it!
Anyways.
We just...
Continuing on. I guess we'll go ahead and get started with our favorite pitches and favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Which one do you guys want to do first? Do you want to do your favorite pitches? Or
I say favorite episode.
Favorite episode?
First.
All right. Anyone dying to reveal their favorite episode?
I can go first.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jack. What is your favorite episode over this past year?
I feel like this is kind of an obvious one, because mine's the Mobster movie one.
Really?
Yeah, it's my favorite. I think we all really enjoyed it, and we all had unique takes for it. I just felt like it was a very good overall episode where we all had really good pitches.
Yeah, that was a really good episode.
Yeah.
It had some of my favorite pitches of everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's probably my second favorite episode. There is one episode that I have slightly higher than it.
Yeah, I was going to do an honorable mention, but you guys might have it, so I'll mention it after if it's not a favorite of y'all's.
Yeah, cool. Grace, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Honestly, I gotta say, I think my favorite episode has to be episode 7, Extreme Sports Video Game.
That was my honorable mention, yeah.
Because, it was the first episode that we kind of like got into a groove. It was it was the moment that we were all like, this might actually work as something we can do as a group.
Yeah, we talked about this in the New Year's because it was such a big moment for us, for sure.
Yeah, and bouncing off that is also my favorite episode for the pretty much the same reason, because it was that episode where we finally found our groove, as well as it took the concept of the wheel of like getting a random pitch and landing on something that 2 out of 3 of us were really not excited for.
Yeah.
I was more intrigued by it,
Mm-hmm.
but it ended up becoming filled with great pitches right there.
Oh, yeah,
So
for
that
sure.
really shows that what happens that when we branch outside of our comfort zones a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it just turned out really well, and that's why it's one of my favorites.
Do you have an honorable mention?
No, I mean the Mobster movie was probably going to be my honorable mention because
Oh,
that
okay,
one,
cool.
that one was another big one.
Yeah.
Which I guess I'll go ahead and kick off our pitches because 2 of our 3 pitches came from that episode. 2 of my favorite pitches came from that episode. So my favorite pitch for Krais was the Spider-Man Noir from the Mobster episode.
Really?
You did a really good job with that one, and it was just kind of this nice blend of your own personality where you like to bring in all these obscure characters but also tell a unique story with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked so well with the Mobster approach because it was something I was not considering
At all.
at all for this, and it was really good. So it caught me by surprise, and you nailed it on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that because you had, like, in the initial shock of it, you had a lot of feedback for him in the episode. But I'm glad you're looking back on it and be like, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, and even then, I still remember being a little bit more positive on it too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
generally, I do have some sort of critique about everyone's pitch.
Oh, for
and,
sure.
and stuff. Very rarely. I'm not saying it's never happened, but like,
Yeah.
there's a couple times when it's just like, don't like this, or hey, that was really good. I really have no notes.
Yeah.
But I think that was just like one of my favorite ones for Krais.
Yeah.
So sticking with the Monster movie, I will go with my own favorite pitch.
Mm-hmm.
It was my favorite pitch of my own was Till the End of the
The
Line for the
Line,
Monster
yeah.
movie. That one was just because it was such a good story
Mm-hmm.
and it felt so complete within that 30 minutes I did, and I really liked the characters I came up with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I initially said in our New Year's reviews, like, I don't feel like I need to go back and continue it, but part of me kind of does and
Yeah.
expand on it in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how I'll do that yet, or if I will, but it is one I feel like I could explore or expand upon quite a bit, since it does have a complete story.
Yeah.
And then moving on to Jyck. My favorite pitch of Jyck's over this past year is a very recent one, actually.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite pitch for Jyck is the Saloon Simulator game.
Oh, okay.
It brought your style of bringing these like very indie-like, more obscure games, and you did a really good job of not making a game that I'm like simulator games
Yeah.
are not something I'm really interested in. Yet you made me interested in this.
Yeah.
And you had a good story, and it had like the customization of the saloon itself with that overarching story that kind of matches with it, and it just really spoke to me. And it's like I was really impressed by it because it had a lot of your own quirks and unique mechanics and stuff, but it also felt streamlined enough that
Yeah.
a lot of people would want to play it. So like I said, I don't play simulator games. If you can convince me to buy a simulator game, this would have been one to get. So I'm really impressed with that one.
You know, it's funny you bring that up. I was just scrolling on YouTube one day, and one of the ads that popped up was like a saloon simulator like phone game, and it reminded me of your pitch, and I'm like, oh my god, someone is listening to our podcast.
But yeah, those were my favorite pitches over this past year. I was a little disappointed that 2 of them came from the same episode, but at
Yeah.
the same time, that was a really good episode
Yeah.
too.
All right. Who's going next?
I can go.
Cool.
I have to say, I think my favorite pitch that I have done, I was actually just listening to the episode recently, was the one we did for the musical episode. My
the Hercules one.
my
Hercules on
musical.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just listening to it and just hearing all of the stuff that I did for it, because I did quite literally everything, like a lot of things for the stage, like my director's concept, a lot of costumes design, sound design, lighting design.
You focused mostly on that.
I think that was my runner-up for my favorite pitch of yours, honestly,
Yeah.
because you did a really good job with that one.
And I said in the video, I didn't need to talk about the story because we know the story.
Yeah.
So I wanted to focus on something other than that, and I'm glad what I did.
Yeah, you just pointed out where you added songs, which was Hades songs, and I think you added maybe one more, if that.
Probably.
But yeah, the Hades songs needed to be added.
Yeah. For my favorite Austin pitch, I think it was the X-Men trilogy.
Okay.
That was my second.
Yeah, it was a really good pitch. You just found a way to like update the X-Men story line,
Modernize it.
Yeah, modernize it. I mean, we talked about it in the episode, but I think you just did a really good job with it, and you brought in a bunch of characters that I like, and you even talked about their arcs that they have throughout the pitch, which was really nice. So yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that I think really helped with that one, because I think by the time we finished that or we started recording that episode, I was either currently watching or just finished X-Men 97. And so I had a lot of X-Men inspiration at the time. And I've always liked the X-Men, but I kind of connected the dots, like the Geonosia storyline, where Geonosia falls to the U.S. government. That's happened twice in 2 different X-Men series, and it has never been done in live action. So I was like, that would be a fun one to do, because it happened in the both animated series, of course. Wolverine and the X-Men, and that was one of the finale episodes for it. And then it also happened in X-Men 97, spoilers, but I'm not going into what else happens in that episode because there's a bigger spoiler.
Actually, it also kind of happens in Deadpool the video game, but you would never see the effects.
Well, in all fairness, I haven't played that one. They need to remaster it, so I
They
can't.
do.
But yeah, other than that, I felt really good with that, and I would love to see that one on stage. Not on stage, but
On screen.
on screen, on the
Live
big
action.
screen. Yeah, live action, big screen. Yeah, overall, I appreciate you. What was your favorite one for Jack? Chris?
I think it's very obvious what my favorite pitch for Jack
Okay.
is.
Oh yeah, I knew this one was coming.
Okay,
Say it. Just say it.
it has to be Zunado. Like, you have a lot of good pitches, but Zunado gave us something special.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
I will say Zunado was definitely my top 3 for you.
Yeah.
Just because it is an iconic one for the show.
Also, it was out of
But,
left field for
Yeah.
me. I know.
It caught me off guard, but
Yeah.
I definitely like the saloon more.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was a good one for me, especially. It's become a meme at this point
That's
among
right,
us,
okay,
so it's just like
You know it's coming.
yeah. Oh, my turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say my favorite pitch for Austin is actually your Western video game one, where you
Okay.
kind of blended The Witcher into it and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't, even though you're on this fantasy kick right now with all the Western or fantasy stuff you're watching and stuff. What's so funny about that?
No, he's just, every time we talk about fantasy, he's like, Austin's on that fantasy kick
That
right
has
now.
been that has been one of the
It's
things. I wish
true.
Because, like, how long has it been?
It's
since
been a year.
It's been over
It's
a
been,
year.
well, I don't think it's been over a year. It's been roughly like 9 months or so.
Yeah.
Because it started in the summer,
Almost a year.
last
yeah.
summer, but
Yeah.
Still, you didn't bring it to a lot of your pitches, but I'm really glad you did for the Western video game because it just came out really well, and I was like, I did not expect this from Austin. Like, Krais, if he like tried to get super serious with one, I don't think I would have come up with something like that. I mean, maybe, but
I like how our favorites of each other's are both from the Western episode.
oh yeah, that's
Western
true.
video game
Yeah.
episode. So
Yeah.
that's just interesting. I liked Saloon Simulator the best, and you liked, what was that called?
I don't remember.
Cryptid Hunter. That was it.
That was it. Yeah.
But yeah,
No one
That's
liked
interesting.
Cactus McCoy.
You know I didn't. It was just because
Krais-
it's a cactus. That's the
I
only
enjoyed
reason.
Cactus
I-
McCoy.
I'm- I know,
I can
I'm
see
making
I can see the cartoony version of it.
Yeah.
And I'd play it. But yeah. What about yourself?
Myself was my Age of Empires
That
video
one was
game
that
adaptation.
one was probably my second favorite one.
Yeah.
Because at that time I just finished watching House of the Dragon
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fully completed Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
the whole series
Mhm.
up until that point.
Yeah.
Still waiting for season 3 of House of the Dragon and the spin-off show. But that was a runner-up. That was a good pitch.
I'm just really proud of it, and I especially liked how I adapted that specific video game into it, and I made it into 10 episodes, like HBO-style episodes of one family, like just one ancestry. I'm just kind of impressed I came up with that concept. Just that concept alone, I was pat myself on the back for that.
Yeah, that was good. You
Yeah.
did a good job on it.
Yeah. For Krais, I know Austin gave so much criticism for this, but it's your yokai. Pitch.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah, I genuinely loved it. Me and Austin are still gonna butt heads over that, but that's all right. I loved it personally.
For clarification, it is a good pitch.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Mhm.
It was a good pitch on the. It's just more on that dividing line that we talked about
Yeah.
several times. It's just like I didn't see it as too much of a monster movie as
Yeah.
much as I did like a paranormal ghost movie.
Yeah,
But other than that, it was a really good pitch.
it was a really good pitch. What was the only note that we gave was it should be a series or something instead of a movie.
Yeah,
And
I think we both agreed that it would sounds like a really good anime series.
yeah, especially. It was just super episodic. Was the only thing, and you could have just an episodic movie.
Yeah,
and that's
you
totally
can.
fine. It's just the way you presented it. It just read to me as a TV show.
It just
Yeah.
seemed a little too long for even a 3-hour movie.
But it was 3 hours of awesome stuff. And then I'm gonna do an honorable mention because none of us have brought it up. Danny's pitch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Home run.
I think we just
one
have to talk
episode.
about Danny's pitch just in general because
Yeah.
it wasn't And shout out to Danny.
Yeah.
Because thank you for being our only guest so far this
Yeah.
year. But
We're working on it,
hopefully we're gonna
guys.
change that. Hopefully we'll change that in year 2.
We're working on it. A lot of schedule conflicts. Fun fact: people in college are busy.
What? No way.
What? No. Yeah.
But yeah, Danny did a really good job on that sci-fi episode.
Yeah, that
She came in and knocked it out of the park. Honestly, probably had the best pitch out of
Oh,
all
easily
4
had
of
the
us that
best
day.
pitch out of us.
Shout out to Danny on that one. Good job.
Speaking of shouting out to Danny.
Yeah, moving on to our next topic, our little game, Who Said It? And the reason we say speaking of Danny on this is this was an idea that Danny told Jack and I about while we were doing our trip to Des Moines earlier this year. Shout out to Danny for telling us this. But how this game's going to work is we're going to share some quotes that we said from the episodes this past year. And we're going to have the other two try and guess who said it.
That's
And
pretty
that's pretty much it.
yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a little interesting because some of these things, it's going to be obvious who said it, and some of them, not so much.
Not so much. And just a rule, if it's something that's been said multiple times, like, I don't know, something Krais might say, like Zunado might be one of the quotes.
It's going to probably go back to the origin.
It'll go back to the first time it's been said.
And some of these might not just be what they said, but how they were said.
Yeah.
Because that definitely helps make it clear.
Yeah.
But with that note, who wants to go first on this one?
How about Krais? You go first.
Yeah, Krais, I want to hear what you got.
And then we will tally up points for this, by the way. I'll be keeping track.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So everyone has a chance to get a point, except unless they're,
Yeah, what we're going to be doing is we'll be sharing 5 quotes,
each.
too. So grand total of 15 points possible.
Yeah.
All right. So with that note, Krais, you want to kick us off?
Sure. I had a lot of quotes. Like, it was so hard to pick just 5 that I loved.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we'll start it off with this one. Listen, I'm a straight man, but Oscar Isaac, he's on that list.
I know who said it.
I'm pretty dang sure. I'm going to say you, Austin.
I'm also going to say me. I definitely said that.
That is correct.
All right, we each get a point.
I'm a straight man, but Oscar Isaac, he's on that list.
No, I remember that.
What episode
pretty
did
well.
I say that, Krais?
You said that in the in Danny's episode, actually.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
right. Because Danny also fangirled over him.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
It's because I put him in my Farscape
Yeah,
pitch
didn't you cast him?
as Captain Krais. The next one is such a faulty joke.
Oh, that was you.
That was definitely Krais.
Yeah.
That was Jack.
That was Jack.
Oh,
my God, it was Jack.
that's right. Such a faulty joke.
What was that? The Natural Disaster episode?
It
Yeah,
was.
it was. I piled onto the puns. I think me and Krais were like on a pun.
No, it was Austin started it.
Oh.
And before I could say anything, you finished it, and I go, "Damn it, Jack!" Because I wanted to say the same exact joke, and you beat me to it.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Oh, side note for the audience. If you guys want to play along with this, feel free to pause the episode, whether you're on Spotify or YouTube, and let us know your guesses down in the comments.
There we go.
But yeah, feel free to play along with it and keep track of your own score.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be interested to see how many you guys got.
Yeah.
But yeah, Krais, what was your third quote?
It's just a picture of Krais with a little rocket ship.
Oh, shoot.
Picture of Krais with a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Was this with the sci-fi episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it Danny?
No, actually.
It has to be one of the three of us.
It has to
right.
be one of the three of us.
So you get to do it over Austin.
Okay. I'm gonna say Jack.
I'm gonna say me as well.
Okay. I actually said this.
Oh. Ooh.
It's just a picture of Krais with a little rocket ship. Just
Okay.
You said your name in third person.
Yeah, I was like.
Oh, you were saying it as one of us, weren't you?
No, what it was is I don't even know why I said my name. I said my name in third person, but we were discussing the pitch, and we were like, hey, "So is your pitch professional?"
It was like right before we got started with sharing them. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I remember it now.
And we were like, "Krais, is your pitch like professional? Like, what are you talking about? It's just a picture of Krais in a rocket ship." And he's like,
All right, next. That was number 3.
yes.
All right, next one.
This is the end of the three not so wise men.
We have said this. I know I've said this.
I feel like this
multiple
is
times.
Jack.
I've said it multiple times. I don't know if I was the first one to say it, but I'm going to go.
I feel like this was Jack during a face-off episode.
This is Jack during the disaster movie.
Okay, yeah.
This is the end of the Three Dots Award.
That was it. All right.
You were
That was my
so
second
hard
guess.
to get quotes for. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't say a lot of off-the-cuff stuff, but we each got a point there.
Yeah.
2-2.
The final pitch,
Final pitch or final quote?
final quote. Man, I'm really targeting dentists today.
Oh!
I think it was me.
I'm going to go Austin as well, yeah.
It was Austin.
Hey!
I remember saying it. What was it? I don't remember the context of it.
I
What
think
was
it was
that?
a face-off
I
episode.
don't remember. It was episode 12.
Man, I'm really targeting dentists today. What was the dentist?
I think we were talking about scary stuff,
Yeah.
and you made a joke about the dentist being scary, and then you...
No, actually, I remember what it was now. It was, we were targeting, like, the terrible candy that some houses give out. Like, and he
That was it. We were making fun of the candy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's an apple. Here's a toothbrush.
Yeah, that's
that
what
was
it was.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that now. Yeah. And no offense to dentists or people looking to become dentists. I really enjoy the dentist. I'm good dentists.
I have a lot of honorable mentions, but I'm only going to say one. Is it okay? Is
Yeah.
that-
I'm cool with
Just
that.
don't.
They just won't
guess
count
on
for
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Cool. This is my favorite. I'm turning into Foghorn Leghorn very quickly.
I feel like that was you.
I think it's I definitely didn't say it. I'm gonna go with Krais, but I think it was actually...
It was me.
Okay.
It was during episode 6 of Face Off, and I was the judge, and I kept saying, I say.
Oh.
And I knew. That's why I remember, because I remember it was Chris constantly saying, I say, you better do this.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, I just have a bunch of other honorable mentions. I might say them later, but...
Jack, what's our score in the first round?
And in the first round, Austin has 3 and I have 3.
Cool. So you and I are tied up.
Yeah, we got
All right,
the exact
Chris,
same.
now it's your turn to put some points on the board.
Let's do this.
All
right, who wants to go first?
I'll
You?
do
Jack? Okay.
my quotes. All right, number 1. I do like to gaslight myself and say, yeah, I could definitely do that.
I
Me.
said that.
Really?
It was me.
Austin says that, and what'd you say, Chris?
I thought I would say that.
Austin said it. It was during the reality show.
That was it, yep, I remember.
You were talking about White
Oh,
House.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I do love to gaslight myself and say, yeah, I can definitely do that. Because I don't really hear you say gaslight myself a whole lot, Chris.
Yeah.
I say gaslight a lot.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Fuck, I can't hold a pencil now. Fuck.
Chris.
That's me.
Yeah. That was great.
Fuck, I can't hold a pencil now. Fuck.
All right.
As soon as there's profanity, it's instantly Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, let me rephrase. When there's a lot of profanity,
Yeah.
it's always Chris.
Okay,
When
that's
it's like
more it.
freak out profanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one. Also, we need to shame Krais really quick.
I feel like this was Jack.
It's tough because Austin would say the same.
That's the thing is.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I feel like this one was Jack.
You know what? I'm going to say Austin.
It was me.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it in...
It was at the very beginning of an episode.
Also, we need to shame Krais real quick.
It was episode 3, yeah, at the very beginning.
What episode?
Oh, it was the DC Universe one, but you were wearing a Marvel TV shirt. That's what it was.
That was it, yeah, because you and I were both wearing blue.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Which one are we on?
This is number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We do not support any gun violence of any kind on this channel.
I feel like this was me in a disclaimer.
Chris?
Hold on. You just unlocked a dark corner of my memory.
Oh, no.
I feel like I said that.
Okay. Is that your final vote?
Yes.
Okay. It was Austin.
Well,
Please note
it
that
just-
we do not support any gun violence of any kind on this channel.
Okay.
It was in the first episode. You were talking about Deadpool. You said you thought there was more guns in Deadpool 2.
See, that's why I thought I said it, because I remember talking about the guns, and I'm
Yeah.
like, we don't promote this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Austin
remember.
was
See,
the
I
one
wasn't
that
thinking you said we don't promote this because I feel like that would have just slipped your mind.
Yeah.
It was definitely more of a concern thing. So I remember I thought it was like that was either Jack or myself.
There
but
was
I was
something
pretty sure I said it.
specific you said.
Yeah.
That me and we even talked about it in the episode, that me and Austin looked at each other and had a little concern with, and I think it was just gun violence or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Austin said that.
Damn.
All right, final chance to get a point from these. All right. Here, 1 second. Shut up, Austin.
Chris.
That was me.
Yeah, that was Grace.
Here, 1 second. Shut up, Austin.
All right. Austin has 8. Krais has 2. I have 3.
All right, so I'm topped at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All Jack has to do is tie it, or
Oh, I can't beat it.
no, he can't beat it.
Mathematically,
So
I have to get all of
either we tie for first, or
Or I don't know. We'll find out.
how'd you say Krais had 3?
Krais had 2.
2?
I
Oh,
had
you're
2.
just mathematically removed. but
Yeah.
Let's see how much you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my first one. Oh my God, you did not.
Oh, that's a good quote to do. I want to say me. Might be. I already said me. I'm second guessing myself already.
That was Austin.
I'm pretty sure it was Austin actually.
You're both wrong. It was Krais.
Oh.
I did say
In
that.
that exact tone.
Oh
Like
my
resources
god,
and
you
build it
did
on.
not.
This was during the video game adaptation
Ah.
when Jack revealed that they did the Empire show because Krais' response was like, "Oh my God, you did not." And
Oh,
as soon
yeah.
as soon as you said it in that way, it's like that's gotta be a quote right
That's
there.
what it was. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I can't tie, but
Woohoo! I secured
there's
my
a
win.
chance where it's fight for second place now.
This one should be an easy one. I'll fight you, Krais.
Austin.
Austin.
I did say that.
Yeah.
In episode 24.
I'll fight you, Krais.
I don't remember the exact context, but this was during our VR video game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Krais made some sort of pun.
I
or,
did.
Or said, like, no.
That's usually when
Yeah,
you
it was,
say it.
yeah, it's like, I think I said, maybe if we do that, yeah. And then he's like, no. And I'm like, I'll fight you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the context of that one.
Sounds right.
Alright, this one should be really easy, too.
Okay.
You know, if you just want to play Go Fish with your grandma, you pay $1.
That was me.
Really?
That was me. I know exactly what it was.
What you want to say, Krais?
I guess I'll go Jack, but I'm not sure.
Well, give what you Jack actually.
Like, no, I like, it doesn't sound like anything. Like, I could see you being. I'll go Jack because I don't really see myself saying it, and I don't see Austin saying it, but I also don't see Jack saying it.
I'll tell you exactly what it was, and you'll remember.
But yeah, Jack did say it, and it was during the
VR episode.
game.
You know, if you just want to play Go Fish with your grandma, you pay $1 and you're able to do that. The card game, I was saying, hey, if you want to pay you could just pay.
If you want to pay $1 to play Go Fish with your grandma, you can pay $1 to play Go Fish with your grandma.
I don't think I said
remember
it like that.
No, you didn't say it like that.
No, yeah.
That was my take on it.
Yeah.
I already said the exact quote.
Yep.
From what I was understanding of the quote when it was said, it was, I like to go fishing with my grandma. I'm like,
no.
who would talk about that? What the fuck, Austin?
Fourth quote. Monkey make things go boom!
Oh,
Me.
crap. I'm going to go Austin.
Jack is correct. I said that. Monkey make things go boom!
What?
This was in response to us when you said that you didn't really do much with boots, and you're like, "What are we supposed to do? Make the monkey be the explosive yet? The explosives expert?" And I'm like,
Okay.
"Yes! Monkey make things go boom!"
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that.
I was like, because I was like,
Damn.
that's got to be something Austin riffed off of something you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where a lot more of my out of context stuff comes
Yeah.
in. Is a riff off someone else.
Yeah.
Man,
All right.
I thought a lot of.
I'm not very quotable, I've noticed.
Sorry, Jack.
No.
I mean, at least I got one for you.
Yeah.
Final thing. I'm kind of first off before we go to the final one. I was kind of surprised that you didn't put Zunado down.
Yeah, me
Krais.
too.
Well, we say it a lot, so I was like,
Well, it would have been the first one, so I would have it would have
Specifically
been
the
an easy point.
Zunado.
Okay.
But my final quote is, "I propose not." Shit.
Krais.
that's gotta be me.
It was definitely Krais.
Yeah, from the long
Because it-
episode.
I propose not. Shit.
Because this was when Jack asked Krais if he was going to keep saying proposal jokes
Yeah.
or I propose jokes, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I propose not." Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Danny, for suggesting that we do that. That was really good.
That was a
it was a
really
little
fun
fun.
idea.
Please be sure to let us know how many you guys got correct down in the comments.
And for us, our final score is Austin with 8, me with 7, and Krais with 5.
Woo! You were only off by one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got only one wrong of yours.
I really didn't expect to almost do a clean sweep. I only got like 2 wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have had to have mathematically only 2 wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, but also I didn't expect some of mine to be as confusing for you two as they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine
Okay.
was so easy.
In my defense, so a lot of the quotes that I found were me saying some of the weirdest stuff, and it's like,
See, that's what I noticed when I did mine. I knew I could grab some of my own quotes because they're going to think it's Krais that said it.
Yeah.
Because I got a little bit more unhinged as it went on.
Yeah.
Episode 10. Potatoes. That's fascinating. Awesome.
But yeah, that sounds
That
all
was
right.
Austin, yeah.
Yeah, if it says that's fascinating, that's nice. I could tell that's me.
Yeah.
I believe it was like anything else to add, and you said something, a fun fact about potatoes, and then that's what you said.
Yeah. Oh, potatoes. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again, Danny. All right, moving on to our final, or not our final thing, but
Our big thing.
our big kahuna of the episode. We have a special anniversary wheel for today. So, as always, we're gonna spin the wheel and we're gonna do a little pitch. However, because it's our special anniversary, we decided that each of us will pick 3 pitches from our backlog or our list of pitches.
Our current wheel, yeah.
Yeah, our current wheel list. And then we'll put those 9 into the wheel. And as a little treat to you guys, we're going to share what those are beforehand. So that way you can look forward to it either in this episode or at some point down the future.
Or dread it, depends on what it is.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. But yeah, with that note, does anyone want to go first?
Chris, I say you go first. Putting you on the spot there.
Fine.
You know, let's do it in the memory of the first episode where Krais went first, then I did, and then Jyck.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, sure.
Do the first order.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, my 3 pitches are a Not So Wise Men movie / TV show.
Very fitting for this special.
Yep.
Okay. The road trip movie pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, design a Pokemon gym.
Pretty good list.
Yeah. Wide variety for sure.
Going on to me, my 3 choices are make a Marvel video game, which the reason I want this one is because this pitch right here is the reason we have this podcast.
Yep.
I had an idea for a Marvel video game, so I'm really hoping we land on this one because it would be very fitting for our special anniversary to get the pitch that started it all.
I've also, neither of us know what this video game is.
No,
This
I know
video-
what it is.
Krais knows a little bit
I
about
don't
it,
know
but
this video
I'm sure he
game.
doesn't remember the full roster or all the details about it.
I don't remember the full roster, but I remember the conversation we had.
But yeah, it would be good for you to know.
I know. I've been sitting
it.
on this for a year. I have nothing about it. I just found out there's a roster.
Yeah, and then Krais will get to be updated with some of the details that I will put in within our 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I want that one. My second pitch is create a fantasy movie, as we've jokingly said a couple times. I am in my fantasy era right now, and I think I have a really good idea for a fantasy movie.
I just love the way you put that.
And then,
just real quick, you know how when Taylor Swift fans are talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
their,
in my yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my-
T-Swift year.
yeah.
Hey, fun fact, I am right now.
No, that's exactly what I thought when he said I'm in my fantasy era right now.
But yeah.
What's the last one, Austin?
All right, and my final one is create a vampire movie. I just wanted another fun little monster one in there.
You've also been on a monster kick as well.
Yeah.
I think that ties in with the fantasy.
Kind of a little bit.
does.
Maybe. We'll see.
But I guess the other thing is I am currently reading Bram Stoker's Dracula, so that might also be
There
a
you go.
big influence.
we did. There you go. All right. My 3 is... This is actually one of Krais's suggestions. Is a Toys to Life video game.
It's my baby.
Yeah. This one might need some explanation. It's, if you know Skylanders or Disney Infinity, that's a Toys to Life where you buy a physical toy and you can play it in the game. That's my first one. The second one is turn a superhero to a supervillain, and this can be done in like a movie, TV show, video game. We didn't specify. And then my last one is a movie that deserves a remake. Any movie at any point that deserves a remake.
Just an old Charlie Chaplin movie.
That would.
I wouldn't be surprised. They did. It was an old black and white silent film.
Yeah.
Last year they came out with a remake of it,
Yeah.
which was pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
This summer is Chaplin. And it's just Charlie Chaplin just doing a lot of his
Physical comedy.
Charlie Chaplin jumps out. The film's still completely silent. Jumps out of the window. Explosion. See the shot of it. Word text comes up. Boom.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the 9 we have on this wheel.
Yeah. So, any pitch that anyone... What are your least favorite from everyone's pitches on that?
Least favorite from Austin is a fantasy movie. It's too open-ended for me. I've also done a lot of fantasy pitches already. So my fantasy backlog in my brain is not working as well. So that's my least favorite for that because it's so open-ended. My least favorite from me is a movie that deserves a remake, because when I actually went to look at this, all the movies that like I felt deserved a remake, I changed my mind because I'm like, that's too iconic. Like Good Will Hunting was, when I pitched this idea, was in my head when I said that, and then as soon as I like I need to find a movie, I'm like, I'm not touching Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, that would be a kind of hard one to do a remake.
It's too iconic. It's too good, and the late great Robin Williams.
Yeah,
I would never touch this.
Yeah, I don't really think we need to do a remake of that one, but
no, it doesn't.
So yeah,
and
so
then also,
for your sake, I hope we don't get that one, because
No.
you know I'm going to criticize that one.
Oh, I'm not doing that. But I also felt like the Truman Show, and I was like, no. And then there was just a bunch of different ones that came to mind, and I ended up taking a long time finding one that I actually felt deserved a remake.
Yeah.
And then Krais is my least favorite road trip movie. I'm not a big fan of road trip movies just in general, and that's all that there's to that pitch. That's why not my favorite.
Grace, what about you?
My least favorite for Austin's would have to be the vampire movie. I have nothing. I'll redo Hotel Transylvania.
You're not gonna make a Twilight spinoff?
God, no. Never in a million years. The day Krais Baker does a Twilight movie is the day that he is dead.
What if that was going to be your first time in Hollywood, first Hollywood project?
Oh, God. No, don't
So
put that curse on me.
Twilight spinoff.
Oh, my God. No, please.
The Twilight Cinematic Universe. What happens after the final movie with Jacob?
Yeah.
My least favorite for Jack is superhero to a villain. I have a concept, but I'm not well versed enough into the concept to be like, this would be a great pitch.
Gotcha.
And then for myself, see, I picked really good banger ones, if you ask me. So it's kind of hard to pick one that I hate. But the one that
It doesn't have to be your...
You don't have to hate it.
It's just your least favorite out of them.
Like the one you don't want to get today.
Yeah, they could all be perfect 10s,
Yeah.
but maybe one's a 9.999.
probably the road trip movie. As much as I like the idea, it's kind of hard to come up with one right now.
Also open-ended.
All right, so going on to me, I think we'll carry on with that one. Krais, my least favorite one is the road trip movie.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily because it's a bad one. It's more like I don't quite know what to do. I don't really have a full concept for that one yet.
This was my pitch.
I might have one that I could do, but I really like it as a different pitch. But I'd rather not switch it.
Yeah.
So Jack, my least favorite one, is a movie that deserves a remake, just because it's like, as much as I do like movies and stuff, I just currently don't have an idea for which one I would want to do a remake for.
There's just too many movies.
But yeah. So, and then for myself, it's create a vampire movie. The only reason I don't really want that one for today is I have a concept for it, and it will be good. I just think it might be a little dark for an episode where we're celebrating us. Because trust me, vampire stuff, it can get dark really quick, and I have some dark imagery in art. Like I took a reference. Like, you know me, when I do the movies, I have really good cinematic shots in mind. One of them is a reference to the painting of Mary holding Jesus off the cross. So there's some dark imagery that can be done with that one. But yeah, that being said, y'all ready to find out what we're doing today?
No, but here we go anyway.
All right,
Let's do this.
here we go.
Oh boy.
All right, one that is very fitting for this episode.
Oh no.
We are doing a not so wise movie or TV show.
Yes! Fuck yes!
Honestly, I know I would have been more happy with the Marvel video game.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about that.
It's so fitting, but...
It's very fitting. I'm sorry, Jack, that you don't...
I don't have a concept I like.
So yeah.
But I am very curious on what's going to happen.
I think for just a normal sake of it, we don't have to name the characters. We'll just refer to them as Jack, Krais, Austin.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
But I think this could be really fun, and it is very fitting for this special.
Yeah, and I believe the exact prompt is cast the three not so wise men. So we would be playing ourselves in this.
Yeah.
Or playing the characters.
Yeah, playing the characters.
After us.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah, I don't think even then the characters themselves in the actual film would be named after us, but
Yeah.
it's just
We
easier
would be in
It's
it.
just easier to refer to us as them.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that note, do we have anything else we'd like to add?
I just got my pitch and I'm about to have nachos.
Chris is gonna get nachos in his pitch. We'll look forward to that one. Jack, you got anything?
Now I want to eat nachos.
I also want nachos.
Now I want nachos.
Okay, so we're getting nachos after this. Got it.
Sounds good.
But yeah, with that note, we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, go. And time. Woo! I just finished my last word right when it rang. So I was down the wire on that one, and I am so glad I got all the main things I wanted to in there. Yeah. Well said, Jack.
I changed my pitch. My concept.
Okay.
Right before we started writing. So I don't know if this is better or worse.
Okay, I'm real curious. Did any of us not do a comedy?
I didn't do a comedy.
You didn't do a comedy?
I did a comedy.
You did a comedy?
Yeah.
Alright, so you and I both did comedies.
I did a drama movie with comedic elements.
Okay.
Comedic moments.
Translation. I did a movie that I could be in, and Krais is there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, with that note, shall we find out who's going first?
Yeah, let's get her done.
Alright.
My prediction.
Yeah, let's do the prediction. It's kind of tradition. Let's continue the tradition. What do we got?
I think I'm gonna go first because it's my pitch.
Okay.
Or I mean, they're gonna go last, but I think it's more likely they're gonna go first.
Okay, who's second?
Oh, we're doing all three right off the bat?
Then
Yeah,
you're
let's do it.
second, and then
So
Jack
Jackson
last.
top it off.
I honestly
Which,
don't
honestly,
wanna-
that would be very fitting because that would match our first episode.
Yeah, I don't want to go last. I don't want to end our episode on this note.
Alright, well, without further ado, let's find out.
I just think Austin's gonna be in the middle.
Yeah, that's the one thing
Keep going.
what is? Oh no,
You just lost your thought? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so far, Krais is on the right track because Krais is first.
All right. It's only when I'm confident or
Yeah.
I feel really good about my pitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Following Krais will be... Oh, it might match.
Oh boy.
You feel the anticipation, Jack?
Yeah, and you're smiling, and I don't like that.
Well, you got your wish. You're not finishing it.
Okay.
You're second.
Okay, I
I'm
like this
third.
one.
So Krais got half the prediction right, and Jack also got their wish.
Yeah.
So-
I'm happy with this.
Yeah, I'm happy to close it. So
There we go.
cool. You're doing
We
good.
got comedy, drama, comedy.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
Little sandwich here. Yeah.
If we have a very similar idea, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm worried about. It's like I'm curious how you and I decided to do this.
All right. I
Okay.
have no idea.
So,
oh boy.
should I just get into it?
Yeah, just
Yep.
get into it.
My pitch
Mm-hmm.
is what I should still think a sitcom would be like if we were all in it.
Okay, so Krais, what's the sitcom? Right?
Okay.
That is different than mine.
Okay.
I did a movie.
Okay, so I'm the only one who did a TV show. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
So I decided to do a sitcom TV show based on our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the only characters who are actually like real are the three of us. I have other characters that I've introduced, but I've based them on no one that we know.
Yeah.
They're just fresh from brain.
Mhm.
Okay, so I call it Not Wise in Manhattan. The three not so wise men have moved to New York City to follow their dreams, to work for Broadway. Krais as a designer, Jack as a writer, and Austin as a director.
Yeah.
Cool.
They move in together and start a podcast to help them make ends meet. That's the synopsis for like
That's
the first
the log line. Yeah.
Yeah. So the characters, obviously, there's Krais. He's the goofball. I actually looked up a list of like sitcom character stereotypes.
Yeah.
And I have them listed out as the stereotypes.
Mhm.
I'm the goofball. Some examples of goofballs are like Phoebe and Joey from Friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use Friends as kind of like my
Reference point.
That's a good reference point.
yeah. So I'm the goofball. I'll be the Joey and Phoebe at times.
Mhm.
Austin, he's the wisecracker.
Yes, I'm Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made you Chandler.
Yeah.
Yes! Best character in the show.
Also, another
Joey's arguably. It's
Yeah.
like I go back and forth between the two.
He's my favorite. But
yeah, Chandler Bing and Jake Peralta were my examples.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I got
Cool.
Ross.
Yeah.
I got Ross.
Can I do my pitch?
Sorry.
Sorry, I like the shows.
So
We're invested already.
yeah, Jack, you're the dork. Sorry, you're the Ross.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
true.
It's true.
Not Ross, but the door.
There's also I had a harder time getting like stereotypes for the next 3 characters because I knew to make it a good sitcom it shouldn't just be the 3 of us.
No.
So I introduced 3 new characters. There's Kate. She wants to be an actress. And she's been in New York a little bit longer than we have and hasn't had her big break yet.
Yeah.
I made her the bully. You'll kind of see the personality later. But good example is where is it? I can't find a good example from the list. But point is, she's the bully. She'll stab you in the back to get the part that she wants. But she also has a heart of gold. So she kind of does it in a cheeky way. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see it later. I have dialogue.
He has dialogue.
I have dialogue.
That's crazy. He almost never does dialogue.
No. I didn't have time for dialogue. I would have gotten way too wrapped up in it.
I had some dialogue, which slowed me down a bit, but you know that happens quite a bit with me.
Yeah.
There's Linda.
Linda.
She's a barista in New York City. She actually doesn't want to be in showbiz. She's lived in New York her whole life. And she's kind of like, the best stereotype for her would be the square.
Yeah.
She's like, I know what it's like to live in New York City. And she can be very like,
She's the
you're a
mom
fucking
guy.
idiot. And then there's David. He's a costume maker for a lot of like costumes and stuff for productions. He's lived in New York for about 2 years now. And we all went to college together. He graduated when we were coming in. So we knew David when we came here.
Gotcha.
He's kind of the sage. He knows how to like. He tries to help us find jobs for the Broadway and stuff like that. That's my first page.
I'm very proud of the 3 characters you added.
I really like the Jack, Krais, and Austin characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little worried about that Jack character. They seem pretty boring.
I don't think they're boring. They're writers. They're gonna be super exaggerated. They're gonna probably write some good things and some bad things. They're like, oh, you're doing great. At least that's how I see the comedy form. Anyways, go on, Krais.
So the guys move into their new apartment, and what the fuck did I write?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Why does it say seal? What the fuck, Past Krais?
This is why Krais is not the writer in the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though he is the writer of the show.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wrote that, but anyways.
So we have a pet seal.
Yes, there is a pet seal. His name is Murphy.
Yeah.
But no, there's no seal. The guys move into their apartment. It's a very dingy apartment, but it's like one of the main sets for the show.
Yeah.
Dialogue. Krais, this place looks great. Jack, is that a rat in the sink? Krais, in a little girl's voice.
Yep. Let's do the dialogue real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
This place looks great.
Is that a rat in the sink?
Let's just do the dialogue you've written. If it's us 3, let's just do it. All right, you go.
It's okay. So yeah, the first scene is them moving in. Okay, they're all getting situated. It's not a great place, but it's still nice enough that they're like
Making it work.
yeah, making it work. In walks David, who, and like I said, they know from college, wanting to help them find jobs for showbiz. Austin, I have you for this part. David. So how's the new digs, guys?
They're great, but
Yeah.
Krais hasn't left his room yet. There was a rat.
So yeah, then we get a nice scene between David and Austin, and it's revealed in this scene that like, hey, like I'm willing to help you, but there's only so much I can do. I know you guys are talented, but like it's kind of hard.
It's New York.
It's New York. So what? Why did I write that? Anyways, so the next scene is cuts to Jack's audition. He's trying to like promote his scripts.
Oh, it's a pitch.
Yeah, he's like pitching some of his scripts to
Producers.
Yeah, producers, and they're it's in like one of those like off-Broadway theater buildings.
Yeah.
And they're also doing auditions for just shows.
Show.
And Kate walks in. Okay.
Mhm.
Kate, in this scene, Kate and Jack start talking, and like Kate, you know,
Is Kate my love interest?
no,
Okay.
I didn't write her that way, but her whole point in the scene is sabotaging you.
Okay.
To like help.
Oh, it's gonna
like,
be the
It's
hit
enemies to
hit
lovers.
the
Yeah.
lovers trope over the series.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like the Ross and Rachel like trying to get them together the entire time. That's
yeah.
what, I love that.
Or it might be the Chandler and Monica thing where they
Oh,
just try it
yeah.
out and the reaction's just so good that they're
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let's work with that.
Yeah.
That's what I'd rather see that way.
Honestly, yeah, I think that makes more sense.
I will
Not
say,
that will they, won't they? Show.
Yeah.
I didn't plan any like love interests for the two of you because like I didn't want to write that.
Yeah.
without
No, that's
asking
good. I
permission.
appreciate that.
But-
I appreciate the honesty with that.
But yeah, so Kate goes, "Sorry, but I really need this part," and then Jack would respond with,
That was my good shirt.
"But it's tacky."
Okay.
And then it's my scene. Then I have a scene. I'm leaving my interview, and I run into Linda, who is like taking a break outside the coffee shop, and I'm defeated. I'm like that was not my best work. So this is all me. So Linda goes, "Why are you looking glum?" Krais goes, "I just bombed this interview for a show that I want to do," and Linda responds with a shit ton of sarcasm, like, "Well, if I had a nickel for every time someone failed show business, I would be a millionaire."
I love Linda.
Linda is my favorite character.
Yeah.
Snaps the
Are they all around the same age?
But yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. They're all like late 20s.
So
Like,
very, very much friends like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if Linda was a bit older.
So this is where I started like running out of time.
Yeah.
But the next scene, we're back at the place. Me and you are hanging on the couch, being like, "I didn't get the part."
Who's you?
Me and Jack.
Okay, thank you.
We're like,
for the audio listeners.
we were talking like, "Hey, I didn't get the part. I didn't get the part. Well, shit. This chick just poured a hot coffee on my shirt. I need to do laundry now." Austin walks in, and we just, "How'd you do?" No, I didn't get it. It's like, shit. And so Austin goes, we'll start talking about like, well, what do? We have a few backup plans. Jack already has a list of applications for jobs that he has pulled up.
Yeah.
And it's like, just take one, we'll figure it out. And Austin responds with, "I got an idea." The three decide to boot up their podcast to help make ends meet. They'll be doing like work for smaller, like being a fry cook or being like working as a waiter. But the threes decide to open up the podcast to help make money to keep the place.
Network and stuff, yeah.
And the episode ends with Kate and Linda tuning into the first episode of the podcast.
Interesting.
Nice. Good pilot episode.
Yeah. It's a really good pilot episode.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right, Austin.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Oh, he jumped on that. He was ready.
I really like it. I think you did a good job at like setting it in New York for us. Like again, we're all theater majors,
Yeah.
but like setting it towards our design areas. So like you being a designer, Jack is a writer, me more acting, but also director, big
Yeah.
part. So I think that was a really good choice. I also think you kind of got our general vibes pretty well.
Yeah.
I was not expecting you to incorporate the podcast into it, but like that's a really nice twist, and then you get this kind of really cool blend between Friends and iCarly.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like that vibe. That was a unique approach. I really don't have a whole lot of criticisms on this one. Wow, I just said earlier that I don't do a whole lot of there's not a lot of them where I don't do criticisms, but
Yeah.
I think partially just because it's a show about us.
Yeah.
And it's like super over the top versions of ourselves, but
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I really don't have a whole lot of complaints about the pilot episode.
Yeah.
Some of the dialogue's a little wonky, but like, what do you expect in a 30-minute
Yeah.
session? You really think we're gonna have the greatest dialogue ever? But
Yeah.
it's also sitcom, so sometimes it is a little corny and
Yeah.
cheesy. So I think you played into that very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, good job, Krais. Thank you.
Yeah. Everything Austin said, I'm gonna add a question. Where do you think it's going? Like, where do you see it going? Like, is there any, as you're thinking about it, is there any like moments you would think going on further in the show?
Like, is there a season arc or a series arc?
Anything specific, like Austin and Krais producing one of Jack's shows, and Jack's getting like super nitpicky about things that had to get cut and stuff like that, which would happen in real life if that happened.
See, I see there being a lot of like the end goal is for all three to be on like doing Broadway together. That's the end goal. But a lot of the season buildup is like Jack wrote a one act show, and it's being produced like off Broadway,
Yeah.
and we go to see it, and the next thing we know that a fire happens, and like your show doesn't
Yeah.
like. It's a lot of like
Stuff that gets in the way.
yeah, stuff that gets in the way. Like Jack and Austin are doing really good on like off Broadway. One of them gets to like almost on Broadway. Krais isn't doing well,
Yeah.
and then it flips. Like Krais immediately becomes like a contender for a big designer for Broadway,
Yeah.
and then like it's a lot of like give and take.
Yeah, I kind of like that because that matches what Broadway really is, and
Yeah.
just the life of a theater artist would be. Is like, hey, we have a really good time period where we're having a lot of stuff, but then we have those often low points too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think shifting back and forth would be a really good dynamic for the show.
Yeah.
I also the reason why I came up with Linda. God, I always forget her name. Linda, Kate, and David is to like help just expand that because, like I said, Kate wants to be an actress, and I think it would be really funny if like she's acting out one of your shows.
Yeah.
And you keep like cutting her lines because of the whole like first interaction.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Linda's whole purpose is to get the three into trouble outside of the theater world.
Yeah.
Like it would be so much fun to have like Krais and Austin on the tracks with Linda. She's like, "Hey, we're going to this party. Are you coming?" Both of them like, cut to they're at the party. Like this was a terrible idea.
Flex is already in bed, even though it's only 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And David is, like I said, he's the sage. He's like, cheer up, buddy. It'll be okay. You can get through this. You can get through this. I will say you were pretty spot on with my inspirations. Friends, iCarly, but you didn't get the third one. And it was...
Big Bang?
No.
Oh.
How I Met Your Mother.
That should have been assumed, though. Like, I should have assumed that one. That's on me. But I could see that.
Yeah. Because as much as I love the stereotypes I gave each one of us, like goofball, wisecracker, dork, we're much more than just that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it would be really cool if, like, since I'm the joker of the group, there would be a very serious moment with me where I'm like, I don't think I'm cut out for this. I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
Yeah.
And just I feel like How I Met Your Mother is really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do the same here.
Yeah.
Last thing, just because I didn't mention it because I didn't want to make it his whole character. David's gay.
I knew it. I knew that was coming. It's like
You say costume designer, I'm like, it's gonna fit the
if it's a dude, if it's a dude, he's gay.
Yeah.
I just know it.
It's the stereotype, but like I like that he's the sage as well.
Yeah.
I think that really fits.
I didn't want to make him like the stereotypical gay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's a costume designer, so I didn't really touch on it.
Yeah.
I feel like you could do a nice little story with that, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a whole episode where we do Wicked, but it's like it's the plot structure of Wicked, but it's a real life for us.
Wait, who's Elphaba? Who's Squint?
I don't fucking know.
You can't say that and not have a plan.
Wicked was on my mind.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, yeah. Overall, really good concept.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Jack.
All right.
Let's hear about this drama that you put us in.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I'm very curious.
So this is actually a long time ago when Austin brought out his jukebox musical, and I kind of wanted to come up with one. This is the story I was thinking of, and then I changed it a bit. And I also cast us three in the lead roles.
So is it a drama musical or is it no longer?
It's not a musical, but it's the plot of the jukebox musical.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I turn it into a musical, I'll have the songs ready. But this is not a musical. So we start with me and Austin fall in this hole a lot of opening things, but this introduces our characters and it's very important. So here we go for a long opening. So we have a bunch of shots going between a crazy rock and roll, like hard drug, sex vibe party going on. We have a chase scene between what appears to be a superhero and a supervillain, and a dramatic argument happening in an apartment being had. And slowly it's revealed that Austin is hosting this party. Krais is catching a villain and is dressed up as the superhero. And it's about to go to a fight scene before cut is called and Krais steps away. And then Jack, pulls back to Jack watching this argument is a scene being done on stage and Jack's taking notes. These are not based off of us, they're just named after us and we would play them. So this has no reflection of like, Austin, I don't see you as a rock and roll character, but I see you playing this guy.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Type of thing.
Never mind. I was thinking, for some reason, with me hosting, I just had this image of me in like a suit, like Gatsby. And I was like, wait, no, that doesn't check out for what he just gave. What they
More,
just gave me. But yeah, I get what you're going for, like just the party rager, dude.
Yeah,
the Stacey Jax character from
mostly
Rock of Ages.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, that's the vibe, but young.
Dead or alive.
Yeah, that's the vibe your character gives off. Krais is a comedic actor, he's made his Hollywood debut, and he's like the most sought after young comedic actor right now. They're all about 25. That is currently that. And Jyck, it'll be easier to do when I just get to that part. It is easier to explain it.
Okay, just a quick question. The character that I'm playing for the party, is that the like more Stacey Jax kind of character?
Yeah,
but the main character, the actor character, not like that?
Your character, Austin, is a up-and-coming rock and roll player.
Okay.
Rock and roll star. Krais' character is a recently successful comedic Hollywood actor. My character is a writer, big shock. We'll get more to it. A lot of Jack's backstory being revealed about what's really going on with Jyck, where Austin and Krais are they're a little more clear-cut as to where they are. All right. Now let's dive into the second scene, which the next few scenes are just more delving into the first scene, or elaborating. So we have Austin walking around his party. People are drinking, doing drugs, doing dangerous tricks, jumping off the roof, triple flipping into the pool type of thing. Just ridiculous stuff. And there's music blaring, and he yells for someone to turn the music off because he doesn't like listening to his own singing. They put on a different song, and he starts vibing to the new song. And he gets a call, and he steps outside. Then we cut to Krais. He's sitting in his makeup chair. The crew is getting him out of costume, off the ridiculous makeup, off his face and everything. And he's complaining about how like hot the costume is and all this stuff. When an assistant comes up and hands him his phone. It's something like, I said no calls until I was out of costume. And then we have Jyck is walking up to a young woman with a script who's also been watching it, and he starts giving her feedback on the dialogue. And as this happens, his phone rings and he steps aside. On the other side of the call is Annabelle. Annabelle is an old friend and is also Krais' little sister. And she's telling Jyck about her recent engagement. And then she goes on to say, not only is she recently engaged, she's going to have a wedding that weekend. Next scene. On a plane in first class, Krais is already comfortable when Austin walks up, and magically they're on the same plane heading to the one airport near their hometown. And they catch up, and this reveals basically where your characters are, as I just explained. And they're curious how the hometown has changed and they're 5 years away. And they start reminiscing on different people they knew, and one of them is Jyck. They're like, have you heard from Jyck? I haven't heard from Jyck since we all went away and did our thing. Cut to Jyck pulling up to a rundown house in a beat-up car. He enters to see it emptied out. The only thing left is a note on the counter of the kitchen, and it reads, "Don't bother reaching out." He decides and heads back out to the car. Then we have Austin and Krais drinking champagne in a limo, and they arrive at the best hotel in town, which is nothing near as nice to anything they've gotten accustomed to. After interactions with some people they knew growing up, like who are now working at the hotel and such, and they're like, oh my gosh, the big stars return! They decide to head to the burger joint they used to frequent in high school. Cut to Jyck at a grocery store, buying an inflatable mattress, plastic utensils, basically just enough that he can live in the house until the wedding. And as he shops, he bumps into Cassie, an old flame. Last day he had talked to her, she was engaged, but she's now single after she was cheated on. We're falling into a lot of stereotypes here, and I don't apologize for it. And through the conversation, it's revealed how Cassie is a friend of Jack's sister who had been staying in the house. And Jack's sister left town after he had been away so long. And then Jyck, driving back down to the house, spots Krais and Austin at the burger joint and joins them. After a very brief, awkward reunion where they don't recognize Jyck at first, the three of them hit it off like no time has passed. And then we get a scene of them laughing at stupid stuff, getting served by the...
Nice little montage.
Yeah, nice little montage. Mm-hmm. And you've got the burger joint owners like, oh, I remember when you guys We're in here 5 years ago in high school, tearing up the place, type of stuff. And then after that sweet montage, they have a talk about how they're doing now. Austin and Krais are freaking celebrities on the rise, and Jyck reveals that he runs a small place where young creators can have their stuff recorded, filmed, performed, etc. However, since Jyck sold a script that he wrote at 18 and got crazy rich leaving high school, the other two are disappointed that he didn't go on to do bigger and better things, which they thought he should do. But hey, as long as he's happy, type of vibe. Then we go to, after like, hey, as long as you're happy, we immediately cut to Jyck laying on the air mattress alone in the in the empty house as he tries to fall asleep, tossing and turning, and the mattress deflates as he's laying on it. And then we go on to Austin and Krais return to the hotel, but Austin's mother is waiting for him and starts doting on him. Oh, it's been so long, I love you. What have you done with your hair? What are you wearing? Type of stuff. And Krais, finding this hilarious, starts filming it. And Austin starts yelling at Krais, don't post that, turn that off.
I don't want to see that on Instagram.
Yeah, it's like flipping out because he's supposed to be this really crazy rock singer, and he can't have image of his mom doting on him, calling him cute, bringing up these embarrassing stories. And after this, Austin, in an absolute fury, because Krais said he had already posted it, he goes driving. And since it's so dark, there's no lights, there's no like road lights, and he gets distracted by something, and he ends up almost hitting a car, veers off, and runs straight into a tree.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love Boston.
Next scene is Krais at the hospital, waiting to hear about Austin's condition. And then we have Annabelle visit, and Krais confides in her how lonely he is in his life as this big Hollywood star. Also, how guilty he feels for, putting Austin down the path that got him.
Indirectly putting me in
Yeah,
hospital.
indirectly.
You're welcome, by the way.
So we get a really sweet moment there. Annabelle comforts him. Then we cut to Jyck sitting alone on a hill looking over the sunrise. Clearly did not sleep a wink the night before. And Cassie shows up and joins him. As you can tell, I didn't write love interest for you guys either. I did the same thing Krais did.
That's fine.
Yeah. And they chat, and it is revealed that Jyck had been sending money back home to his sister so she could take care of their sick cousin. A year ago, when Jyck found out the sister hadn't told him that their cousin had died, he cut her off financially. And, he also missed his cousin's funeral and all this stuff. And he just feels horrible about the whole situation. But Cassie applauds him for his generosity. You were sending this money back. You have this place that helps all these young artists go off and be successful. And he says he only does it because he felt guilty for getting so lucky so young and making the money at 18. When he felt Krais and Austin and others were far more talented than him. And then we get a sweet moment where she joins him as they watch the sunrise. We get Austin waking up in the hospital where his mother's at his side, and he apologizes for his reaction. And he said he shouldn't focus on his image more than his family. And his mom reveals Krais was making a joke saying that he posted it. It was never posted. It's fine. The video's deleted.
Thank God. I thought I was an asshole for a second.
You were in the joke, but you didn't actually post
Okay.
it. Again, these are characters you would play, not characters
Right.
you are. And then there's a sweet moment between the rock star and his mother talking about how proud she is of him, even though she doesn't agree with everything he's doing. And just to be clear, Austin's character doesn't do any is not doing the drugs. He barely drinks. He doesn't do that, but he lives around that lifestyle. I should have been.
He really is Great Gatsby.
Finally, we get to the final scene, and it's revealed that Annabelle, they all show up to the wedding. Krais in a suit with a massive tie, Jyck in a pretty plain suit, and Austin's character's suit has the sleeves ripped off type of thing, and a bow tie, Jyck showed up with Cassie as his date. But when they get to the wedding, there's only Annabelle sitting there, basically where the bride and groom would sit, and there's no one else around. And after what the frick is going on, Annabelle reveals that she's not getting married. There is no guy. Instead, she reunited the three to help them get perspective on what's going on in their life. Jack makes a comment about, like, this is straight out of a really crappy movie. And then I'm considering...
Meta right there, bro.
Yeah. And crappy movie. And then he pauses, and then he pulls out a notepad from his jacket and starts writing stuff down. And then Krais starts chasing Annabelle around, like in a mock fury that siblings have. It's like, what? I flew all the way out here. And then it ends... Oh, and Cassie knew about this the entire time, by the way. But Jax just kind of laughs at the situation. And then it ends with Austin singing a sweet song instead of a rock and roll song as they all dance around and have a little party for themselves. Maybe some characters who were added in along the way come and join as well. That's the movie.
It's good. It's kind of like I kind of got like Steven Spielberg vibes. Like, it's got heart to it. Like, you always think Steven Spielberg's like bigger films where have a lot more magic stuff, like E.T., Jurassic Park, Jaws, that kind of stuff. But he does a lot more of these like simple stuff too.
Yeah.
And I really kind of got that vibe. Like, it's just like there's not a overall big message to it, but it's like it's just like a nice general like story of friendship and stuff. It's kind of like the heart of what Goonies was.
Yeah.
And like another one of his good movies, but just like. Not without the giant adventures, like a good little drama about it.
Yeah.
Which I kind of got that vibe. I was like, this can be really good.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of some time continuation issues because at one point you said that we were 25, and then 5 years ago when you guys were still in high school, I'm like, wait.
Yeah,
I was in high school at
I meant
20.
to say 23.
But
I was thinking 5 years later, and I just had the 20. It's 23.
I think there could have been a little bit more of a distinction between Krais and I.
Yeah.
Other than like we're both on the rise
Yeah.
stars, but I think overall it was pretty good. I like the story that was told, and it's very wholesome and sweet.
Yeah.
Definitely had the shock factor when I went to the hospital,
Yeah.
but it's like little information. I recently did go to the hospital. Everything's all right, but I was just like, it was subconscious.
Yeah, I forgot.
But yeah, it's like,
I brought it to the hospital. How did I forget that?
Life influences art,
Okay,
but yeah, I thought like there's some good stuff in that.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. I like the different approach to it, where it's a little bit more on like, hey, these aren't heavily influenced by you guys and as your acting skills and stuff, but like here's just characters I'd like to see you guys play.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely focused more on characters we could play and do very well, as opposed to us ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I felt I don't know I have a hard time putting real people in stories. Because it's partially a subconscious thing, like, oh, I can't mess this up because then they're going to be mad at me type of thing, even if that's completely untrue. It just hinders my thoughts with that, I think. But, yeah, as I was writing, I'm like, Krais and Austin are, like, basically the same character, but different fonts. And then halfway through, I'm like, I got to do something, but I can't force it. Oh, shoot, no time. Write it anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things I would want to develop if I furthered this, but that's what we got.
I would
for
encourage
30
you
minutes.
to further it. It's a pretty good story. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Chris.
Have either of you seen the movie Destination Wedding?
No.
It's got Keanu Reeves in it.
Oh, heck.
I had to watch this.
Basically, Keanu and I don't remember the other chick. Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. You don't remember when? Okay.
Well, I watched it because of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, but still, okay. And
The whole movie is Keanu's brother is getting married to a girl, and he's being flown out to this destination wedding, and Winona plays Keanu's brother's ex, and the whole story of them is the two of them, Keanu and Winona.
Winona.
I've been watching a lot of Pokemon, so Winona is a Pokemon dream. Anyways, I can't say
Winona Ryder.
It's the two of them, and it's basically there are like no other characters in the entire movie. No one else has dialogue. It is just those two, and it's them like sharing their like life experiences and why they're here and what's it kind of has that kind of has a similar vibe, but it more focuses on
the three of us because your love interest. Would you say they're a big character, or are they just kind of there?
No, they're kind of there. It's kind of like each of us got a counterpart. Jack's was Cassie, Krais's was Annabelle, and Austin's was his mom.
Yeah.
Annabelle obviously had a bigger role because she's the one who brought them all together.
Yeah. This movie came up in my mind when you were talking about it, and I was like, it's similar, but it reminds me of. But I thought you did a really good job. Was getting a little worried that you were making me an asshole. But I see what you were doing. I liked it.
Yeah. A guy who is basically spends his whole life trying to make a joke out of life. So he has a hard time having the serious moments. And then we get the really big serious moment out of him. And I really want to see you act in that scene, honestly.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Feeling a little personal there, Chase?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's okay.
I feel like of us, the biggest departure character-wise is definitely Austin from, like, ourselves. I just feel like, Austin, you would kill this role. You could,
Appreciate it.
if you wanted to.
Hey, if you want to offer it to me, if you make it a short film, I'll do it.
Yeah?
Overall, really good.
Yeah.
All right, my turn.
Oh, boy. I don't know why I'm more nervous now than
You
mine.
probably should be a little bit.
Great.
Because I did something drastically different than you two. I did not do this, like, meta, hey, we're theater majors, we're going to play into that. I kind of just played into what we're all good at when we're performing.
Okay.
So I kind of did, like, more of a Three Stooges featurette. Like, this is a comedy film starring the Three Not So Wise Men.
Okay.
So, the movie I have is called Camping with Friends.
Okay.
So, Jack, Krais, and Austin decided to go on a camping trip in the Colorado forest. Only, none of them really know how to camp. Soon, hijinks and more occur as the Three Not So Wise Men face off against wildlife, weed farmers, and Mother Nature.
Sounds right.
So, yeah.
This is a Three Not So Wise Men movie right here.
I tried to go with what is the essence of the Three Not So Wise Men.
Yeah, for sure. You nailed it just from that log line. Like,
So, I kind of, before we get into it, I kind of wanted to break down how I divided each of us up.
yeah.
Jack, I made you the protagonist of the movie. You're kind of the heart of the film, and you're kind of what brings everyone together.
Yeah.
And you move the plot forward.
That sounds right.
Krais, you're the big comedic man-child.
The shocked expression. I love how he can have a simultaneously sarcastically shocked expression and also like a dude, come on,
But,
expression in the same face.
And at the same time, proving my point.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and acknowledging.
and then for myself, I gave myself the sarcastic, witty survivalist.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I'm pretty sarcastic.
That's pretty much what Krais did for stereotyping us.
Yeah. So
It works.
It
does.
works, yeah.
It's just we know ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the movie opens with us in the car singing some song all together.
Mm-hmm.
After the song ends, Krais asks if they can play his favorite song now. Reluctantly, we put it on, and the song is The Wheels on the Bus.
And you know Jack is driving and just like
Yes.
crouching behind the wheel.
Yes, exactly. Because Jack then asks what his deal is with this song. They're not even on a bus. And Austin tells Jack, it's better this than the ABCs. With Krais responding, but I like this song!
Just so everyone listening can know this, I would 100% do this on any given road trip.
I know!
I think I almost did it the last time we had a road trip.
Gee.
Almost.
Maybe. Then we continue the same scene. Jack talks about how they still don't understand how Krais and I convinced them to go on a camping trip. And Krais says, it's good to get out of our comfort zone. And Austin is down for anything, where Austin replies with, yeah, that's true. Jack then responds with, I still don't know why we had to come into Colorado for this. Austin responds with, the mountains are great here, and it's better than staying in Kansas. For point of reference on this, I kind of jumped around a bit. I wanted to get the major comedic parts in a lot more because I felt that was more serious than the actual story for what kind of story this is.
Yeah,
So,
no, you're good.
I
I agree.
So the points are going to vary from whether they are, so it's not like all at the end they're just like rushed. But next scene is they set up their camp, but Krais forgot the food. So Jack and Krais start to look around to try and find some food. Then they come across an adorable white bunny.
Oh no.
and they look at
I've seen Monty Python.
I immediately where my mind went to. Like, just Monty Python.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but no, the rabbit doesn't attack you guys, unfortunately.
Aw.
But you two look at it, and you look at each other, and it's like, aww. More
What I just did.
like the knights in Puss in Boots when when he takes his hat off.
Yep.
And they're like, we can't kill this. And they just look at it, and the bunny's just smiling at them. Then we get the camera goes back to looking at you guys, just all like Barry stand up and just taking one last look at it. Suddenly we hear a gunshot blast, and then white fur lands on you guys.
God.
You know there's gonna be some dark comedy in it.
Yeah.
And then you guys are just in utter shock.
Yeah.
Jaws dropped, just horrified at what just happened.
Mhm.
PG-13, so no blood.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends on. This might be rated R, depending on where we get with that.
Yeah.
Depending on whether it's R or not, depends on if there's blood or not.
Yeah.
But they look in horror, and then they slowly turn around to see Austin holding a pump shotgun with smoke coming out the edge.
Where'd you get a shotgun?
Exactly. There's no point of having a shotgun in the first place. It just shows up, and it's never seen again for the rest of the movie.
Does Jack say that? Where'd you get a shotgun?
Yeah. No, they don't say anything. Everyone's just like in utter shock because they still can't believe what happened. Austin puts the shotgun up to his shoulder. Well, we got dinner. And he walks off with the shotgun. And then we just get one final shot, and Krais and Jyck just... what just happened?
There'd be nothing left of the rabbit to eat.
Exactly!
The rabbit is so disintegrated, there's no food.
So at nighttime, they're eating around the campfire, just like spitting out pieces of the shell casing. And then suddenly,
I love how we're like making the jokes and Austin's already got the next scene after that.
yeah, because there's more jokes.
Yeah.
It writes itself basically.
Yeah, like we're all like we know exactly where it's going. Oh.
Because it knows exactly what kind of film it is.
Yeah.
And so it's nice.
So good.
The guys are eating the rabbit as best they can while spitting some of the shells out.
Yep.
And then suddenly a brown grizzly bear starts coming to the camp, coming up behind Krais. Jack and Austin stand up and they start talking back and forth. Jack asking Austin, what's Krais supposed to do? Make himself big or lay down? Austin then yells, Krais, get big, wave your arms, and scream. Try to scare the bear. Krais does exactly that, making just big noises and stuff. The bear at first looks then confused, and then we cut back to Austin and Jack when suddenly Austin takes off running the other direction. Jack, where are you going? Austin, I just remembered, that's for black bears. Krais is just pissing it off. Jack then takes off running. Oh crap, Krais, run! And then Krais says, wait, what? Then the bear gets up on its hind legs and starts looking down at Krais. And then Krais sees him and he's like, oh shit! And then Krais starts to run, but he trips over the campfire with his pant leg catching on fire, goes into the tent, and it slingshots him back out to the bear, who spikes him down like a volleyball. While the tent starts to catch on fire, Krais is sitting on the ground doing the Peter Griffin. Oh!
Well, there's a bear actively attacking me.
Yeah. Oh! And then on the third one, he goes, ah! And as the bear jumps up on him and starts jumping on Krais. There's a reason. You guys remember how I showed you the Great Outdoors a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Think of the bear jumping on Krais like that, but minus the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then suddenly Krais lets out a large fart.
You know what type of movie this is, Krais? Someone's gonna do it.
And then the bear starts crying and starts running off back into the woods.
Krais, don't pretend you wouldn't crack up at that scene. I would probably have this if I was just watching it. I'd probably have the same reaction I did to that movie, which is, why am I friends with you guys?
But yeah, then the next morning, the three not-so-wise men decide to look around their camp, see what they can salvage, because their tent's been caught on fire, and things are a little bit torn up.
I'm alive?
Yeah, you're alive.
It's a comedy.
It's just jumping on you like a little trampoline.
Yeah.
And then your fart scared it off and you stood up. This is very much an 80s comedy, but it's kind of like a nice throwback.
Yeah.
But yeah, as they're looking through the camp, the grizzly comes back into camp. And instantly, because we learned from last time, we all go on the ground and start trying to make ourselves small. The bear comes up to Krais, offers him some salmon, and licks his face. Krais then decides to be friends with the bear, and he like rubs it and starts acting like a dog.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm gonna name you Buck.
Oh no.
For the listeners
Yeah.
who need context for this,
He's slowly closing his laptop. This is serious. Yeah.
when Austin made me watch Planet of the Apes, the first one, we were introduced to the monkeys. Okay, there was Caesar, the orangutan.
Caesar was the chimpanzee, the lead.
Okay, who's the
Maurice.
Maurice, that's
Maurice
the
was
name.
the
Sorry.
orangutan.
There was Caesar the chimp, Maurice the orangutan, and then there was Buck the gorilla. Now Buck quickly became my favorite. And guess who was the only monkey we see die on screen?
The only named monkey. We
The
saw
only
a couple.
named.
But anyways, I picked Buck for that reason. And then Krais looks at him, can I keep him? Where Krais and Austin go, no! And then the next scene we see Jack Austin falling along the river with Buck falling up behind him with Krais riding him, hugging him like a little...
That's the most realistic thing you said. Yeah. If I befriended a bear, I'm riding you.
Yeah. Just hugging it, smiling.
Yep. And then they're following along the river, they're trying to find helps because everything got destroyed.
Yeah.
So, this is the scene where Jack kind of blows up on Krais and Austin for being complete idiots during this and dragging them out here. And they state how they don't want to see us once they get back home.
You're not my friends anymore.
Yeah, basically that.
Yeah.
So, then the three not-so-wise men come across some illegal weed farmers who are willing to help them out, but then by accident, they set the field on fire.
Oh no!
Don't know how, but at some point we set the field on fire, pissing them off, and then they start hunting us down.
Well, we're all freaking high.
Yeah, we're trying not to, like, we're covering up.
Yeah.
But the reason why we realize that we have to cover our mouths is because we look at Buck, who's, like, rolling around like a little puppy in the wheat field. And he's like, Krais, we gotta move! We cover ourselves, and we're, like, laughing, and we're just trying not to get overexposure. But, you know, there's that and some other hijinks.
Yeah.
Yes, Krais?
I swear to God, if you kill off Buck, I will have a come apart.
Alright, so... From there on, the three not-so-wise men work together, settle their differences, and they stop the weed farmers. But as soon as they think they have the weed farmers stopped, the farmers point a shotgun at three not-so-wise men on a cliffside, thinking that when they're about ready to pull the trigger, Buck comes running out of the weed field and jumps on top of the farmers and pushes them all off the cliff, including Buck.
I've never seen the fury behind Krais' eyes like this.
Krais then screams, "No, Buck!" And he starts to break down in tears. And then we get a wide shot at the cliff edge with Jack and I putting our hands on Krais' shoulders. The next scene is we're talking. The three not-so-wise men finally finish their settling their differences, and they start to talk to the police. They're all about to leave, and then Krais looks back at the cliff where Buck saved them. Krais turns around and starts leaving. When he starts suddenly hearing, we then see a dramatic shot of Buck climbing back up the cliff, and it's like this big epic build-up moment, similar to like the Lion King when Simba starts to take the mound at the end of the movie. And then we see Buck climb back up the ledge, and then Krais and Buck tend to run to each other, and they get a big ol' hug with Buck standing up on his hind legs and like actually wrapping his arms around Krais and causing Krais to fall backwards.
Okay, you have been forgiven.
I have never wanted us to also video record these sessions more than now, because I really wish people could see Krais' like emotional journey through this movie.
Both in the pitch and in the movie.
Yeah.
Final scene in the movie, the three not-so-wise men are in the car with Buck in the back with Krais, who, you know,
How
gives
big
him a
is
little
this
lick.
car?
Not very big. The fact that we get a side shot of it, like, the weight lower a little bit because the back's so heavy. But yeah, they talk about, yeah, that was pretty fun. We should do this again. No!
Yeah.
And they start planning their next trip as they drive off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Grace, do you collect your thoughts, or are you good to go?
Yeah, Jack, I need you to go.
Okay. My favorite thing about it is that Jack doesn't do anything stupid in this entire thing.
You're the rational person.
Yeah, I'm the
Yes.
wet blanket, the rational person, however you want to put
I would
it.
give you some pretty witty and stuff,
Yeah.
one-liners and stuff, but I felt like the bigger moments would be better to tell.
Yeah.
But that's why I also wanted to make sure I had that character breakdown. It's like, you're going to be the main focus of the story.
Yeah. It's just Jack just like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're the most reasonable amongst us, so.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was just you two, the things that would be said in this
In
podcast.
reality, if all three of us went out to the woods, Jack would be the only one to walk back, probably because he killed Chris and I for being obnoxious idiots.
How much have you
confirm.
guys been camping before?
I've done my fair share.
I've done once or twice.
Okay, so I'm the most experienced camper probably. So I liked how like this version of Jack's kind of like a city boy who hates going out in the woods. I would complain about the drive to Colorado. That's really realistic. I just love how my character is like just actually me. Krais and you're just like exaggerated versions of you though.
Mm-hmm.
In all seriousness, I did really enjoy this. I felt it did capture the essence of what we all like try and bring to the table when it comes to this kind of stuff. It was hilarious. It was funny. I wish you had time to put more into it, like more moments, because clearly there was a lot of moments that could be in it. I feel like you told us 30 minutes of an hour of a 90-minute film, but I know you were typing the entire time, so I know it was just because of a time thing. So I wish you could go forth and give us some more moments, but with 30 minutes, you did a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm almost at 5 pages. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just under, like, 1 or 2 lines before 5.
Yeah.
So I cooked with this one.
Yeah, you did. All right, Krais.
Chase, tell me how you feel about Buck.
You know how you felt when I mentioned that I was going to do a Knives Out sequel for
Yeah.
a previous pitch? That's kind of where I'm at right now.
What? At least I gave you something that would be good. I
mean-
thought you would like it because...
No, I did like it, but when you're like, he jumps off the cliff, like Buck also jumps off the cliff, and I just
Buck's the one that pushed him off the cliff.
Yeah. I knew because of the fact Austin just kept talking and didn't give you a chance to settle, I knew Buck was going to live. Also, it was a comedy, so I didn't see him getting away with it. So I wasn't worried.
see.
I knew that you would get a big reaction. That's why I did that. So like, I'm going to be subversive, at least for Krais, because...
Yeah. I just enjoyed watching your expressions this entire
Oh, yeah,
time.
that was even better. It was
I-
even better than I thought it would be.
Yep.
I knew Buck would live, but the fact that I had to sit here and just watch you do this to me.
Okay, in all fairness, I did initially try to name it Buck for that, but I was like, I want a good bee name that matched with bear, so it would be Buck the Bear.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, I can make a little reference to Planet of the Apes, think that they killed him, and then bring back Krais' favorite character.
Yep.
Yeah, I would legit I would legit make friends with a bear and just keep it.
I know, that's like, this would be so good. Krais would love this bit.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's really good, and I think you did a really good job with the three of us. Can I make your movie a special in my rom-com? Or no, in my sitcom. I want to make it a special for the sitcom because I feel like it could work.
It could be like a movie they're watching.
Yeah.
In like the background. It's like a little Easter egg.
Yeah. Also, love the rabbit bit was hilarious.
Yeah.
I have a quick question though.
Yeah.
Are we all in one tent?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all in one tent.
Like I said, like in my intro, there was wildlife, weed farmers, and Mother Nature. I didn't get to go into the Mother Nature part, but there would have been like it got really cold or stuff. My two biggest inspirations were the Great Outdoors, which is one reason why I wanted to show you guys this while it was on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It's like, it's going to be a big influence on this. I didn't know we were going to get today, but, you know, in preparation for it, for getting this pitch. But also another really funny movie with Dax Shepard, Matthew Lillard, and Seth Green called Without a Paddle.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know why, but when you first started telling us about it, my brain went to the movie The Package.
don't know that one.
Just look it up.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought you did a really good job.
Thank you. Before we finish off this episode, one last thing we wanted to talk to you guys about is that we're going to reveal our pitch order stats for this because again,
We've made several jokes about saying like, hey, we should. How many times I've gone second? How many times I've gone third, etc. So we actually did make that. Well, I say we. I mean, Austin made that and got that information.
Yep. And for reference, this is only for the mainline episodes, including today's special.
Yep.
But Krais has gone first 11 times. Jyck has gone first 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone first 7 times. Going to second, Krais has gone second 9 times. Jyck has gone second 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone second 6 times. For third, Krais has gone third 5 times.
Yeah.
Jyck has gone 8 times. I have gone third 11 times.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny, our only special guest so far, was third
One
once.
time.
Yep. And then our only not so wise man to be fourth is Jyck with
Heck yeah.
1 time.
So what I'm hearing is our standard order is Krais, Jyck, Austin.
Basically, yeah.
How it's been. Like, we had that, 3 episode in a row where that was the order.
Including this episode? Nope.
Yeah, episodes 13 through 15.
Yeah, but not like the past 2 in a row. But yeah, you are correct. But yeah, that's what we got. That was a really good set all around.
Yeah. Wide variety, too. I was kind of expecting...
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting from you guys. I had no idea what to expect from this prompt. Okay, so my original concept was going to be like a treasure hunt between us 3.
Ooh.
But I didn't know where to go with it.
It was going to be like some villain that was going to be like...
Played by Danny, just because she's been our only guest so far. But I couldn't figure out what the treasure was. I considered doing a thing where like we never know what the treasure is. Or something like, the treasure is the friends you make along the way. But I was like, I want to do something more serious than that, because I know you guys are going to do comedies.
Yeah.
So I switched up, and I ended up switching up the pitch last second.
And it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts?
No?
Thanks for sticking with us for a year. I don't know how you guys did it.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun though. It's been a
Yeah.
really great year, and we're hoping that this next year will be even better.
Yep.
Thank you all for listening to this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down in the poll whose 3 Not So Wise Men pitch you would like to see. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Have a great one, y'all.
See you next time.
And that was the 3 Not So Wise Men. Krais Baker, Jack Green, Austin Michaelis. And a huge shout out to Louis Trotter for making our intro music. So happy trails and ta-ta for now.